This is Oscar Pick for Boxing News, and I'm joined by multi-weight world champion Badou Jack. Badou, it's great to see you here in the UK. How are you enjoying your time here?
I'm doing great. I love London and just come here for some meetings and to support my coach, Johnathon Banks, that works with Chris Eubank.
So you've come for some meetings. Is this, setting up anything for your career?
Possibly, yeah. And I just signed with 258, AJ's team as a management team. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Interesting, yeah. Well, I know you've got a fight coming up with Ryan Rozicki. That's been ordered by the WBC. Obviously, you've been reinstated as the full champion. Have we got a date and a location for that fight yet, as far as you're aware?
Still working it out. So, my team is working on it, and hopefully we can announce something real soon.
How much are you looking forward to, getting back in the ring? It's obviously it's been a while since you beat Alunga Makabu for that title. In terms of getting back in the ring, how much have you been itching for that more than anything?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It was actually 2 years yesterday, so no fight. But I've been training super hard. It's boxing politics that got into it. But yeah, now we're back. So yeah.
How have you sort of been spending those last 2 years? Because I know you've obviously kept yourself in the gym. You clearly keep yourself in good shape. But away from that, how have you sort of spent that time away from boxing?
Not really. It's been the same as usual. Just have not been fighting. But I've been having training camps. I've been sparring. I've been doing the same thing. So yeah, give me a few weeks. I'll be back better than I was before.
With this fight against Ryan Rozicki, what do you kind of anticipate? What style of a fight do you see it being, and what sort of mentality are you going into that fight with?
I mean, I just got to show him there's levels to boxing, and I believe I'm levels above him. But I don't take nobody lightly. You can never take nobody lightly in boxing. But I know from what I see, I've seen a couple of rounds with him. That's the only time. He's not like a huge name, but I know he's a strong, tough brawler, so yeah, I expect a tough fight.
On this card, we've obviously got Chris Billam-Smith, who's fighting Brandon Glanton. He's been calling you out. He's really keen to, become a two-time world champion. Is that a fight that you'd entertain?
As of right now, not really. But if it's a big money fight in the future, I have mandatory. I have the champion in recess, another Michaelia Noel. I got to fight, and yeah, I want to fight the unification fight, the big fights. But it's a fight. If it makes sense, why not? But he's not a guy that I'm looking for. Absolutely not. But if the money's right and if he got a title or it's anything that makes sense, why not? Of course, I'm a fighter. So anyone.
So is that a fight with Noel Gavor already lined up for after Rozicki?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. But first, I got to take care of him, and then we see what's next. Hopefully, it's bigger fights. But yeah.
You mentioned one in those unifications. Obviously, you've got Gilberto Ramirez and Opetaia. Out of those two champions, do you have a preference? I think I've heard you mention that you like the Gilberto Ramirez fight in particular, but do you have a preference between those two champions at all?
Not really. I think they're both similar. Ramirez got better experience. Opetaia might be a little younger, fresher. Any one of them, it doesn't matter. I heard they might fight next, fight the winner of that, or I fight Ramirez, fight Opetaia. I would actually like to fight them right now, but I have to fight my mandatory. So, yeah, after that, let me take care of business then, and then we go for the big fights.
I think I've heard you mention before as well that you'd even consider moving up to bridgerweight at some point. Is that still sort of on your radar? Like, I know you're focused on Ryan Rozicki, but could you see yourself at bridgerweight in the fairly near future?
I mean, it was just for there was a belt available. It's really no big money, so yeah, why not? But right now I'm focused. I want to become undisputed, and to win a world title at bridgerweight, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a big money fight, so I'm not sure. But right now, I have a couple of tough fights ahead of me before. You can't even think about that.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, as you say, you're here supporting your trainer, Johnathon Banks, and obviously Chris Eubank Jr. How's Chris Eubank Jr. sort of looked to you since joining the setup with Johnathon Banks, who's obviously, an esteemed trainer? How's he looked to you?
I saw his last fight. He looked pretty good. I have not seen him train maybe once or twice. So, but he's improving, I guess. So, yeah, you know, it's not easy to. It took a couple of years when I started training with him to, you know, to get the full package. But yeah, I mean, he's looking good, and I know Banks is one of the best trainers in boxing, and I wish him all the best.
What is it that makes Johnathon Banks a particularly great trainer? With your experience with him, what areas have you particularly benefited from since joining forces with Johnathon Banks?
I mean, a little bit of everything: footwork, technique, punching power, techniques, and stuff like that. He's been a fighter himself, coming from that Crunk gym. So from Emmanuel Stewart, he's a student of him. Yeah, he's to me. I feel like I'm improving still, and it's not for everyone. Everybody, maybe my style is easier for him to train than Eubanks, or maybe not. Who knows? But I love the way he trains.
Just finally,
He's not a yes man. That's number one. I was about to say. Yeah, he's not a yes man. Whoever you are, if you're a superstar, well, he don't care. He's gonna do whatever it takes for you to win. He's not gonna just say what you want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously there's a lot of great trainers in this sport, and Johnathon Banks certainly one of them. Just finally, Badou, I won't keep you too much longer, but in terms of how this fight against Benn, who, you know, he's a career welterweight and he's stepping up to middleweight to face Chris Eubank Jr., how do you see it playing out?
I mean, you got to give him credit to step up a couple of weight classes to fight. I've not seen too much from him, to be honest, but I know he's explosive, and you know, their father fought before, so it's a good fight for the UK fans, especially. And yeah, I wish them all the best.
Well, we look forward to hearing an announcement about your career, Badou. But yeah, thanks for your time, and good luck for your next fight.